Why does Quebec get billions from Ottawa while Alberta pays the bills and gets nothing? This isn't just a question of numbers. It's a question of fairness, federalism, and the future of Canada. What are equalization payments in Canada, and why are they such a flashpoint in Alberta? In this video, we explain what equalization is, how it's calculated, and why Alberta is calling for change. We'll also explore what could be done to reform the system and ensure Alberta's interests are fairly represented. Equalization is a federal transfer program meant to ensure all provinces can deliver reasonably comparable public services like healthcare, education, and infrastructure, regardless of their ability to raise revenue. It's not a direct transfer between provinces. Instead, it's funded through general federal taxes and redistributed by Ottawa to provinces with below-average fiscal capacity. Think of Canada like a group of roommates. One earns more and pays a bigger share of rent, but doesn't get a bigger room. That's how equalization can feel to provinces like Alberta. In 2024 to 2025, Quebec, Manitoba, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick received billions in equalization. Quebec alone received nearly $15.8 billion. Alberta, Ontario, British Columbia, Saskatchewan, and Newfoundland received no payments because their fiscal capacity per capita is above the national average. Fiscal capacity is a province's ability to generate revenue through taxation and other sources to fund public services. Even when Alberta's economy slows down, it usually doesn't qualify for equalization because it can still raise more money than most provinces, mainly from oil and gas. Alberta feels the equalization system is unfair. Alberta's oil-driven economy and lack of a provincial sales tax make its revenue unstable, yet it still exceeds the national average in fiscal capacity, keeping it excluded from equalization. To many Albertans, the system punishes productivity, and Alberta's concerns are being ignored. And why does Quebec get so much? Quebec has a large population, and Quebec doesn't make as much money from oil or natural resources like Alberta does. Instead, it relies more on taxes and hydropower, which bring in less money overall, so its ability to raise money per person is lower, giving it a below-average fiscal capacity. In simple terms, the less Quebec can raise on its own, the more it gets through equalization. At the same time, it offers more subsidized services than Alberta, like $8.85 per day childcare, lower university tuition, and expanded public transit, which are partly funded by that federal support. Equalization is about capacity, not spending. In short, the federal government doesn't cater to Quebec in isolation, but it does prioritize electoral math and national cohesion, and Quebec has learned how to work within the system more effectively than Alberta. So, can Alberta learn from Quebec? Alberta can master equalization too, by working smarter with the system to get more out of it. Instead of pushing for privatization, Alberta could bring in more stable revenue by introducing a sales tax and growing government-owned businesses, keeping profits for Alberta and reducing its reliance on oil and gas. Alberta can build intergovernmental alliances with provinces like BC and Saskatchewan, using today's political momentum to push for equalization reform. Alberta's provincial and municipal governments can work together on a clear financial plan, like managing spending, growing revenue, and showing stability. Alberta can also reduce oil and gas subsidies and put limits on royalty reductions to improve Alberta's financial stability, ease budget pressure, and support a stronger, more credible push for equalization reform within the system. Quebec didn't bend the rules. It simply understood the system and used it to its advantage. So can Alberta. Alberta can stop losing in a system it dislikes, not by tearing it down, but by learning how to succeed within it. Premier Danielle Smith has criticized the system, but for real reform, Alberta needs more than just rhetoric. The current political climate presents a unique opportunity to push for equalization reform. By strategically tapping into regional frustrations and aligning with other provinces, Alberta could shift the debate and pressure Ottawa for meaningful changes. Equalization is about more than just money. It's about fairness. It's about the kind of Canada we choose to build together. Alberta's future is tied to this conversation, and now is the time to act. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe. We want to hear from you. How do you think Alberta can change the equalization system? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going.